Welcome back to Factorio SpaceX on extreme settings. As promised, we will be getting on with the rubbish construction. Just to give you an idea where we're at, I'm over here where Iron in the Way has largely got out of the way. In fact, largely got largely completely finished. Although, as you can see, even with speed modules at this point in time, it takes quite a long time to load a train. This has been sitting at 14k for a little while. The other thing worth pointing out here is that if we run across here, you will see that, excuse me, it's the copper that the copper in the way miner that was down here has basically been exhausted, and so we can run our main line all the way through as desired and start bringing it over here and see what we will find. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of aliens. Now, just another brief to keep you up to date, I guess. You can see we have advanced quite well with building our structures in space. The coal has been set up, although I haven't. If we come in here, these are all ghosts, minus a couple that I still had my mobile robo ports installed, and they laid down a few things that I had, so that was a little annoying, but nothing major. So we did a little bit of filling and built all of this, and we did some fixing to some issues we were having with the lines here. It's interesting, all four of those are busy being used, which is good. And we still haven't got over here we still haven't got the speed modules, but that's fine. So, rubbish. What I am thinking of doing, and why I'm next to a outpost supply, is basically for these old areas I'm just going to reuse this little area, but instead of making it a supply outpost, we are going to change the function to one of garbage collection, and it would help if I was like this, wouldn't it? So my strategy for garbage collection is a little bit different to some. I don't think I need that. I like to use a garbage train on demand rather than... I know some people treat garbage as an ongoing, constant sort of thing. That's not how I like to do it. I like to do it as a... oops. There we go. I like to do it as a call the garbage train when there's due cause to new set, whatever that due cause is. I'm thinking that my due cause for a garbage train pickup will be when we have 100 items needing pickup. So, I mean, that's not that much, and we've got a 4-carriage train. If you recall the garbage train, I think I set this up online, I can't remember, but everything's been either 4 or 8 carriages, so the garbage train's 4 as well. That just means that we should have no difficulty in basically... oh, there's lots of tech over here I want to get rid of as well. We should have... I need to change the name of this before anything else happens to the stop. This will just be... does rubbish have a name? Rubbish and rubbish unload. Oh, really? I've already got a rubbish? I wonder where that is. Map. Didn't realise I'd already... right, I haven't actually built a rubbish yet, but I've called one rubbish for the moment, which is... that's going to be an issue actually, so I'm going to rename this because I don't want it to be called rubbish. 2B. Let's just call it 2B rubbish. Right. I'm glad I uncovered that. Right, so this one will be called rubbish. And in fact, they'll all be called rubbish, just like the outpost supply. But I will work this a little bit differently. In fact, all of this can get removed. Oh, that has taken all the power away. Okay, fine then. We will reconnect it this way. Where am I? Oh, right there. No. Oh, we're on the map view. I don't want to be on the map view. In fact, all we need is one of these guys. This guy. In fact, go to there. There you go. Now, the rubbish is basically come and pick up via the requester chests everything that we consider to be rubbish. And what is that? Well, we basically need a constant combinator. And in this we define everything that we consider is not rubbish. And in this case that is going to be copper ore, because this here connects to copper, and I'm going to connect it up to this one as well so that we can use this one stop for both. So copper and iron, and you basically give them a massive negative value, something like that. Minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one doesn't seem to say negative. Okay, -1. That's interesting. Just want to be sure that both of those are negative. Oh yeah, they are. Right, so what you then do is connect up this, and we don't want the robot stats, we want the logistic network stats. So as you can see, actually what I'm going to multiply, instead of just -1 million, I'm going to make it -10 million. Just so there's no possibility that whatever value here we have here is going to put that over the top. And that really is as simple as it gets, because then we simply connect up to our chests, our requester chests, and you'll notice what you'll notice that that hasn't quite worked the way I wanted it to. It should be combining from, that's on, minus 10 million. That's negative. The request should not be 214k. It should be nothing. Alright, let's take this out of the equation. Oh, that's the logistics system storage. That's I'm a dummy. I am a dummy. Let's put this back in place. Connect these back up. Make sure that is read network contents right, and connect to here. So set requests. That's what I wanted to do. Now, as you can see, the request basically is everything except the copper ore, because the copper ore is negative. Now, I need to also set this up so that these two join. Let's give that some power. And that should mean that our requests now also include all the stuff down here, which they do. So we will empty the storage boxes here as well. Now, the final part of the equation is to simply state if we have content here to call a rubbish train, and it's empty. Let's have a look down here. Are these ones empty? No, no, they're not. Right. There is one modification I should make to this to sort it out, actually, and that is I actually need the requesters to feed into another chest. So what I'm going to do is overwrite these with a normal chest. And I am going to get requester chests and put them just next to these chests. And we will go through disconnecting all of these wires because they're not going to work for me now. Actually, they probably would work for me now. We will connect to the blue ones instead. And this will work massively better because these will be set requests. And the difference now is that these will ensure that it will, as soon as they get filled, because what's happening with these, of course, is that you'll only ever end up with half of the rubbish, whereas now they'll put the rubbish in here, the rubbish will get moved over here, and so the request will keep ordering whatever's left in the system. So that works fine, and now it's a really easy matter to I mean, we could use the same colour, in fact, but we won't. We'll use red. Boom, boom, boom. This will be read contents. And we will keep using the red. Go over to here, say, and over to here. Oh, we can't reach to there, so to here. That doesn't currently have a red. I want to use a combinator. Which one do I want? I want that one. I have some of those. Good. I'll decide a combinator. So this will be, and I might end up changing this colour. If everything is greater than 100, output R1. Oh no, that's not what we want. Anything each. Right, we need to make this a little bit more complicated. One more step. An arithmetic. I think I want arithmetic. So this will be each. Wait. No, let's do that again. Let's put down a decider combinator. We'll feed it the signal, right. So, what I'm going to say is each thing that's greater than 0, we will output a signal A as the input count. So there you go, 3.3k. And we want another decider combinator. I'll go like so. If A is greater than the set amount, which is 100, A greater than 100, set rubbish to 1, which it is. This will be a red signal, and the red signal will be sent down here. So it is now in our global network. And the other thing that I want to do is a green wire from there to here. And this green wire will be close signal. Close condition is A less than 100. greater than or equal to, we're going to need, aren't we? Greater than or equal to 100, send out R. So, that's basically it. Now, let us jump on board the engineering train. We don't need it at copper in the way anymore. Engineering unload, let's go. Actually, before we do that, let's stop. I need to blueprint rubbish. We don't need this stuff. Let's just get rid of it. In fact, let us use trees, rocks only for a moment and just clear off all of this stuff because it's just in my way. That as well. And the really cool thing is these are instantly added to the garbage collection. Oh, we don't need this thing. Any other spurious stuff? Not really. Okay, so blueprint time. Let's quickly grab a blueprint. We want it's not going to work. We want basically from here run up, include that, and that's our blueprint. This is rubbish, and it's a stop. For rubbish, that'll do. Damn it. Add it in there. Now we can finally go back to base. Did I finish setting this up? Close signal. Right, and that's the signal for coming in. Right. Okay, off to engineering unload. Looks like a few more of these have gone off while we were chatting. Train that's supposedly doing 200 kilometers per hour is still very slow at 25 UPS. I am contemplating maybe filming for longer, speeding it up and doing a voiceover. I've been watching Scarhoof do that, and especially when I've got such slow UPS at the moment, maybe that is a better way of doing it, although I don't want to have to. It's slow enough getting these up as it is, and that would make it take longer, but I guess it is one way of trying to keep content interesting and relevant. You'd see a lot more happen in that sort of period of time, I guess. So here we are at engineering unload. And what I like to do, I possibly should just automate this so it automatically unloads and then fills up with what's ever here, but it doesn't currently, so I actually need to turn it on and off, and then that will say, yep, load me up a new one. So I'll empty everything and it then loads it all up again. Now, this is my rubbish train. What we need to do is turn it to manual for the moment. Rubbish unload. Wait until this condition won't do. The condition we do need is inventory empty. then rubbish unload. The next stop will be rubbish. And at rubbish, we will be there until inactivity of, say, 10 seconds. And this is our ability to exit. So what I would like to do is pick up the red signal. And what we will do rubbish. What we will do is have a decider combinator here. We will pick up the red signal, and the decider combinator will go R less than 1. Actually, don't need the decider combinator at all. Let's get rid of the decider combinator. We will just connect there directly, and what we'll do is close signal when R is less than 1, just in case weird things happen with it. So at the moment it is open. So we're going to jump on board the rubbish train, and we are going to go automatic. We are empty already. Let's see what happens. There's only one stop at the moment. The thing is with this one, it doesn't really matter how many R signals are out there. Basically the train will go to the nearest one, clear it up, or reduce the number of R signals, it will go to the next one, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of a foolproof way of doing it. I prefer it to the train that just goes everywhere slowly, because that takes a whole lot of you've got to manually update the schedule of the train for every new outpost that you open, and when you've got lots of outposts that can be a pain. Of course, the way I'm doing it, you have to actually build the rubbish stops, but I mean you have to kind of do that anyway if you do it that other way. And with this one, you have a ready built train for rapidly taking down whatever residual you have at an outpost as well, which can be quite a handy thing, especially given the size of our train. We can certainly take down quite a large outpost all in one go if need be. Not that it's absolutely essential, because once this is set up, the rubbish train will, you know, do what it has to do anyway. So here we go. There shouldn't be anything especially surprising here. You'll just see it will keep on. I mean, this could actually take a little while, so I might end up editing it out, but basically when it finally loads up, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, it really doesn't. I mean, the train goes to where it needs to. I mean, if there's only 100 items and they end up getting spread over all of these collection points, it's only going to be, you know, a few arm swings before the whole lot's being collected, given that it's 12 a time divided over 4, so it doesn't really matter at all. But the really good thing is we are now in a position where we're recycling large numbers of miners and also speed modules, because I used speed modules in Iron and the Way just down this guy here. Lots of speed modules, so we've cleaned all those up, we're getting them back. The same will happen here and wherever else we put in rubbish stops. So how are we going? We're getting there. Is that the only one still going? Yes, it is. Not too bad. It's not that many that have to be transferred. And I mean, as I say, it really doesn't matter how much it takes, how long it takes. Eventually, the train will eventually this box will be empty, or this will be full and it won't be able to take any more, and it will go and then come back if need be. So yeah, I'm talking about my benefits. This means that you don't have a rubbish train constantly hogging some space on the line. It's only there when it needs to be there. It's hauling a more worthwhile load, so everything about it is just a little bit more effective. And you saw me build it. It really didn't take that long to build, so efficiencies all round, worthwhile efficiencies all round. So now it's waiting those 10 seconds. Let's go out of the map mode. 10 seconds might be more than we really need, since it's sort of 25 seconds, so maybe we'll change that due to the UPS. So this should be blocked off now. It's not. Why not? One of them is blocked off. Let's just make sure it's the right one. I think it is. Yes. So that's not allowing anyone in, and that's fine. The train won't attempt to go to a station whose entrance is blocked off. I mean, I could do it the way I did the other one, the supply train, with having having the actual rail station turn itself on and off, but I think in this case it is fine just to actually, I'm having second thoughts about that. I'm not 100% convinced it's fine to block off the block it the way I'm doing it. I think I will have to go back to turning off the train station. Because what happens is the red light at the end is simply a yeah, we're in a bit of a traffic jam here. The red light is simply, it's like it adds a certain length to how far the train has to go in preference, and so it will actually pull into that stop. So I do actually need to change it back to turning off the station. So I guess I will go back and do that. Hopefully we'll get to move shortly. Excuse me. So yes, unfortunately we're in the line that's not moving. We need this one to move, but it should move fairly soon. It's waiting for the stone train and 2 lots of iron. That should open up an iron. What have we got? Well, we've got the stone train. Hopefully the stone train goes in next. It is. So we should be good to go as soon as the stone train has gone down. And away we go. Though this one might get the priority next. No, it looks like we're keeping it. Good job. Good job, rubbish train. Another 2 dry dock structures that should finish fairly soon. Not quite sure why we ended up stopping there, but we did. should go back, empty its load, and find there's no other R signals around since it collected everything. It's probably fairly unlikely it's not going to pick up everything. Yes, there's no R signals. So we come up here, it unloads pretty quickly, and as you can see, it's shut off. So yeah, I'm just going to make that required change. Right, so this green wire I don't want it coming out here. You know what, I could just replicate that up the top. Slightly annoying the way I've done it, but never mind. So, if that gets... Is that it? No. Ew. It's already up to 9. Amazing. Output signal A, so yes, if we connect A to the station and have the enabled condition is A is greater than or equal to 100, and so you can clearly see it's disabled, and that will be a lot safer than this thing here, which is actually kind of pointless. Let's take that away. And good. Now, throw you away, get a new blueprint. Rubbish. Your symbol will be that, and an R. Tick, and you can go there, and then into that book. Right, rubbish. And with that, I will say thank you for joining me. We will look forward to seeing you in the next one. There's plenty more that we need to do, so stay tuned, and I will see you then. Bye bye.